tickle stick. Rob Smith here. It's August the 10th, 2025. Oh, now you're hearing me talk. Turn that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold it to sound off live. And hope y'all are doing fine. I've got my calendar here. Quickly, while I make a note of something here. We're going to see what's on the old Facebook page. I got to make a note of it so I can remember what the hand I want to share. I want to share something around here somewhere. Oh, that I found in my trip last week is Panhandle Parade by Nellis Johnson. Nellis Johnson. It's a rather crudely done signed by Nellis in 1973. It was homemade in Panama City, Florida. The cartooning is okay. For my wife, Reba, and 4 youngins. I wonder what happened to those youngins. The cartooning, it reflects, it's kind of a political cartoony thing, actually. It's about the area, things he's observed going around Panama City. There's a little baseball cartoon. There's things that he found, signs he finds. Apparently, he sometimes drove into Georgia. He has some notes about that. Here's 1 mile to 2 egg, signed in Jackson County. So it's just observational stuff. I'm not clear if this is it's not noted whether these are in order or just a number of them he found and he just threw them together. I don't know if this is 1 year, 5 years, 6 months, but it's a collection of his stuff. And there's this cover alone cost him a few dollars to do that. Hello, Melissa Busby. Looks like little Abner. It's very well, actually, if you think about it, does it look a little bit like Mike Wilkie in a sense? Yes, no, I'm a little more awake. It's been a golly, what a few days. I am going to come into Orlando on Tuesday. I'm going to go pick up. Hopefully, they still have my Swampy books at the PO box, and I'm going to work a part of tomorrow. Take Tuesday off, work Wednesday, take Thursday off, and work Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. And I may do some lives too. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. I just don't want too much time because I admit I get out of the whole. I mean, I'm ready to go jump out there and start hitting houses right now. I just can't believe how I get so. I should be working on the railroad. I get so jazzed and ready to go. And all of this is nice. Go to church Easter Sunday. Now, considering how all the rest of this looks, I mean, everything's hand lettered, everything. Then this comes about. So I'm guessing this is something that probably lay around the news. Apparently, he worked at a newspaper and he put that together. That's very nice. Oh, he didn't put it together. It was probably something someone else put together. Something was part clip art, which didn't exist much back in even early 70s. There was some, but not much. Anyway, it's interesting. It even has a spine with printing on. This was not cheap. This was expensive to do. I don't know what it sold for. At the time, expense-wise, $5 would have been a lot for this, but they probably had it for $5. Very neat. Very neat. Okay, what am I doing here? What is the symbol you have, Melissa, by your, I believe you're king of something, according to that. Number 1 king, not any king. All right, I want to make a note of, so did you see that baseball cartoon? So apparently we would go around baseball fields and around Panama City, that is, and write things. Now, what I'm seeing here, just a quick Facebook notes is, Antonio Marquez, or Mark, I don't know how to say it. He lives within a few miles of my sister, apparently. Goes to the same library. My sister works part-time in a library. Surprise, surprise, I have family that works at a library. My sister also works at the school system, too. So but I think she's retired. I think she's about to retire from the school system, but she's going to keep her little part-time thing with the library. So he actually, anyway. All right, so he has comic books, including, or what do you see around you, Melissa? Comics. a little dot. And so I'll talk to Rommel tomorrow and tell him about the scheduling thing. And the next thing is Pete Emsley is dancing. Pete Emsley lives in Canada. But he likes the Sinatra music. He likes that all that. And he does a lot of dancing. Great cartoonist. What a great cartoonist Emsley is. So I got dancing. I need a critter. All right, there you go. Flamingo. Fan or corgi flash. That's what's around you right now. You have a flamingo around you right now with a corgi. One's not chasing the other. I'm not sure which would chase which. Emsley does karaoke and post it. Oh, here we go. Cheryl Chaplot has a cow, and she is probably just because cow be. So someone's got a hose spraying at cows, and they're walking up and drinking the water from the hose. Interesting post by Raymond Leonard. Quote, when you're focused on your purpose and enjoying a peaceful life without bothering others, it can surprisingly still bother some people. Okay. Well, I'll take Margaret Kavanaugh wrote the word bear, but she was writing it in a different context. So that's good enough for me. And I got flamingos, and that's enough to do enough from with what Melissa wrote. And all right, let's see what we got here. And I got pens. I sadly didn't draw anything yesterday at the event I was at. Oh, flamingo eyeglass holder. You wear eyeglasses? Let's see. Now I need to look at what I got here. Well, I just saw that one thing. Let me take this up. So I'm taking I think, very good advice you gave me yesterday. Just breaking up so I switched the time here to 7 p.m. like Facebook. So that'll be consistency with time. And I just like to give them hats. I was wearing a fedora yesterday morning for the event. Everyone was dressed casually. I thought everyone would be dressed. I understood it was like a dinner or something, but it was. But everybody was the only one with a dress shirt and tie. In fact, one guy came with what they call them, wife beater shirts on. Older guy too. Of course they're older. It's the Villages. No one dresses up. You're old, listen to you. I'm going to go back to the Villages for the comic book club meeting on the 20th, which I have not been to since March. But now in my current situation being what it is, I'm really going to try to get this comic book done. I really should I might in the end take tomorrow off and do a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll see. Just because I want to have stuff to bring Tuesday. It's just really good motivator. And I may try to get together with the Corneliuses after. I just hope they still have my Swampy books. I forgot they've been there for a while. Can't believe how that was last week. Melissa, you probably draw a better cow than I do. It's definitely a weakness. And I've had cow projects too. I'm still not good drawing them. Don't know why I can't understand their anatomy. I just have a problem understanding their anatomy for some reason. Maybe much like cows, I have a big head. I mean, physically have a big head. maybe. What I'm probably going to do here after this is let me slow down. Moo, Elsie. Elena, may you want if depending on how things go Tuesday, are you all able to meet over at the Foxtail? I did not know that a giant Publix had been built. I was talking to lawyer Hockman today. He's telling me about the big Publix that what it used to be Loman's Plaza, which had the fancy store. I'm sure it was a store Busby frequented always, right? It was like there was a Talbot's in it, and there was a Loman's, and it was called Loman's Plaza. The Loman family owned it, and it's gone. And in fact, it's been replaced with Publix, a giant two-story Publix, right on 434. Had no all these. We haven't gone there that often, but the Foxtail Coffee right up the street. It's all new Publix is there. I had no idea. You should have a fan. But I might try to meet with you, Elaine, on. Yeah, there's a. So what they did was, almost 30 years ago, or 25 years ago, they bought bought a bunch of Albertsons and turned a lot of those into Publixes. Now, oddly enough, like I love to point out, at the corner of 38th and 4th in St. Petersburg, they had a Publix on the east side of that intersection. They bought the Albertsons on the west side. The original announcement was they were going to close the one on the east and move it to the west. So they converted the west into a Publix. And then somebody thought, I understand later, they thought, well, let's keep the other one open, see what happens. You see, the 4th Avenue in St. Petersburg basically splits communities. It's a very busy row. It's where my car, by the way, went bluey just south of there on May 10th. So they left it open. They were shocked. They actually had as much business at one as the other. And finding that those who lived on this side went to that one, and who lived on this side went to that one. Now, here's what's interesting about the one on 434. They bought the Albertsons, turned it into a Publix. There had been a Publix in the plaza, or no, there hadn't been a Publix in that plaza. There was one over on 436. So they had that Albertsons, and they turned it into a Publix, and it was doing great guns. They had the one then down there in Jamestown Plaza at Sand Lake Road and 434, and it was doing great. Basically, Blake Brantley all went there, all the Blake Brantley folks. So they closed that one and then opened the other one just about an eighth of a mile north in Loman's Plaza. So now within a mile, again, you have two Publixes, and apparently both are doing outstanding. And now both are basically the same size, too. Huge. Unbelievable. Tabitha's probably busy. Now you've got a crown, Elaine, with a number 2. So Melissa's first, and then Elaine. Just so you have understand your hierarchy here. Okay, I'll get back to drawing, which is what I was talking to Melissa yesterday, whenever it was, and this is the only real drawing I've done this week. I did something a little bit. I was hoping to draw yesterday, and that just didn't happen. I'm going to go back to Sumter County to their Federated Women in next month, and this time they'll have. Oh, here, I'm going to give her hair downer. I hope this looks like a cow. Here, yeah, I'll take a prompt from Melissa, add the moo, and now you have a cow. Hopefully, so I may try to do lives. I really have to think about it. I'd rather do the live. I think lives on Friday might be better than on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I got to think about that a little bit more, I think. Now that I'm doing this right now. because I was talking to Dennis over in Brevard County about the need to. Oh, I saw a bunch of. Who needs a nose ring? I do not need a nose. How dare you think I need a nose ring? Crown? Yes, you have a crown by your name, if you didn't know. I looked at a lot of books at this wonderful bookstore in Crestview. It's basically a library bookstore that's right on the downtown. If you saw the picture I posted on Facebook, you kind of see it. It's a wonderful little old. I would want to call it old fashioned. It's unfair to call it old fashioned because it's there now. But all the books are either $5 or $1 for hardcover. Like that Nels. Did I get Nels? Where did I get that Nels Johnson book? I don't remember where I got it. That's the only thing about this place. You don't know where you got things. I can't remember where I got this. I have no idea. There's nothing on here, and I didn't. I used to mark all that stuff. I don't. I'll tell you one thing I picked up. I'm tickled about. I picked up two things being on cartoon. I'm going to start posting, as I just mentioned, Antonio Marquez. He often posts illustrations. I'm going to start doing that on this page just to remember things. But this is the history of the First Presbyterian Church of Mariana, which has a very, very, very interesting history. It's fascinating. It was pivotal, involving some things in the Civil War, but because it's from 1835 to 2010. When Judy Delk, my friend Judy, saw I posted this in the picture. I posted her. She had a relative who got married here. So Mariana's a really nifty place. I wish I'd had time to stop. I got that I got this for, I think this was $5 at the bookstore in Dufiniac Springs. That's incredible price. This should probably have been $50. Easy, and I may have seen it for that much, which is why I didn't have it. But I have a huge collection of these books that Bruce Nash and Alan Zulo did. He did them of all sorts of sports, and this is the football one. I think there are 2 or 3 baseball ones. I've got all those, all with Jack Davis covers. They're just incredible. This is all watercolor. Just terrific work. You see that John Madden and various football players like Namath. One thing Davis did was he draw the faces individually. That's why Namath's face is small and these are all large. That happens when you're trying to fit faces, and I've done it myself. Of course, he's a big name. But wonderful work by Jack Davis. Wonderful watercolor. Anyway, I saw a lot of poetry books there. Like, you would have gone nuts at that bookstore. All right, I'll try to stay focused. I didn't think about sharing those. I'm sorry, Alex is not with us. I'm tickled he was able to. I was really happy when I asked him if he'd do the live last week, and his eyes lit up, and he said, "Oh yeah, yeah." And the way things were going that whole time they were there, I was unclear if he'd actually make it. And he got there just before starting. I'm glad Amber made sure that happened. And apparently he was also pushing for her to get there. Let me hit that with a larger brush. Brother-in-law Chuck Bailey got me to a number of thrift stores. It was places he likes to go, and I'm glad I was able to help him. His whole left side is immobile, due to a stroke. He can't really get anywhere, and he completely relies on others to go places. He's kind of has a pride issue about doing stuff himself. He wants to do it all himself. I was glad I was able to get him out and about. And Elaine, you and Tom Hockman have never met, but I think he may come over to Foxdale on Tuesday if we meet there. He'd go to Gabriel's, but he's got an issue as some can with the bench situation there. Actually, I'd like to go to Beefy King. Been there in a while. I saw them post about Beefy. Could use one of them. Should I put a design on the dress? I don't know what's. Oh, am I off? Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Hold it, I forgot I just reset this up for for this, and I completely forgot. Oh, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where's my little mouse thing? Should I put a design of some sort? I'll give her a thank everybody. If you get a chance and want to click the thumbs up, let me see if you can see thumbs up. I appreciate it. And one reason I want to do more lives is do more lives here. Oh, Melissa and or Elaine, I'd like to be able to do a live or at least a quick video when I see one of you all wherever it is. Actually, who's gotten good doing that is Mr. Kyle Gabriel. He's gotten good shooting those little videos. We should ask him to. I think that's very good stuff he's doing. Over there, Gabriel's. No, I actually don't like looking at them because then I want one of the subs. Have you seen those, Melissa? The Gabriel. And one thing that really does help with this is to, and let me go to another pen here. There's a bunny. I'll use this one here. So what I may do involving what I'm going to do as my schedule is changing is do the pencils for some fairies and dragons, and then I'll come back and do the rest. Because I need to do, if I just do one, I want to do 5 or 6, pencil those out. I need to get a whole bunch done. I need to mass produce them. And the way I'm doing this, doing one here, waiting a week, doing another, waiting, I need to do them faster than that. We'll see what happens, Melissa. It's not live. It'll be a little. I just need to do some little 2-minute things, and just someone to hold the video while I do a quick little something. Just add on here, and it'll probably be no voices. It'll be all silent. You won't even. It'll be. This is all you'll see. I've done the curly Q thing because they're pretty quick to add a little design. No one really sees it. Barely registers, but it's really fast to add them for designs. It looks better, especially if it's cutting off the top. It's not. Oh, it's not cutting off the top. I see. I really like to have 30 of those done by the end of the month if I can. So I'm going to go squirrel away at the local Publix that has an upstairs area to squirrel away and just sit there sometimes for hours. I'll go get a meal from them. They have good meals. The last couple of Publixes I went to just yesterday had some really good meals. The problem was I already eaten. They had carrots and greens. What I like about the when a dry pen is that you can just get in here and just. And Elaine, how's your poetry book coming? I'm really gonna try to get this stuff out. I got to. I can't believe how. The way things have been, I just can't get any work done. Yeah, that dry brush really basically acts as a gray. It's funny because I've got a gray marker right here I could use, but I like. One's right in there. Okay, then I'm going to pick up from what Elaine wrote. I mean, from what Melissa wrote. Let me see what I need to do. Always a sense of place. Make use of this dry brush. Well, maybe they're outside. Pete Emsley was outside dancing around, but I'm going to put a board here. Critically important to put musical notes. Well, these guys, this will help zip this along. It's going to just gray, but let's go ahead and just add a little bit, just really punch this up a little bit. I don't need to see that. A little bit only. See that you see that all the way through. I hope you are writing, by golly. All right, fuzzy bears. All right, let's see what we do with what Melissa wrote. A lot of people are very surprised I don't know how to draw flamingos well. Well, they're not native to Florida, and I don't promote them. My golly. Oh, I was going to draw Otherwise, just grassy area out here. Looks like endlessly had. Oh, finish signing. And more importantly, when the heck I did this. I think I'm just going to keep that. All right. And the reason I'd rather do the video at Gabriel's too is that they'll be more cooperative with us, you know. Oh, but school will start. Does school start tomorrow? Going to the chapel and gonna get married. Well, maybe they are married. I was gonna put a wedding ring on his finger, but then I realized I gave the cow no fingers. What a horrible thing I've done. I best leave it be for this lot. Okay, there's that. Now, what did Melissa write earlier? Something about flamingos, Maury Amsterdam, and I don't remember. So you wrote flamingo fan corgi flashlight. So you have a fan in your house? Someone just runs around waving pom poms and saying, Melissa, 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 yay! Um, what was the other thing came up? Because my mind went to bringing up the king thing. Looking at corgi, fan, flamingo, and king. What if a flamingo and corgi were king and queen? What would happen? What could have happened? Wait a minute, I've got a pen I just picked up here. Let's see. This is a. No. Here it is. It's a small one, yeah, a little bit. You know what the Corgi King is thinking upon hearing his queen flamingo speak, "King, if that is how you are going to treat your crown, we're through." Of course, the Corgi King thinks, "Off with Ed." Hold on, I'm having trouble here. Flamingo Alpo. How about that? Stop bringing the rope here. The rope here. More motion. (2020). He want to write 2026. Yes, I know. It needs a color pink. It's like, Melissa knows. I think she know. I guess she does. I saw today's would have been Rhonda Fleming's birthday, and she was a redhead. And the Hirschfeld page had one of his drawings of Rhonda Fleming, and I mean, she was the Technicolor queen because of her red hair and green eyes. You had to have that orange, and I look at that drawing thinking that you got to put orange in there. It's Rhonda Fleming is orange hair, and flamingos are pink. So yes, it does need pink added to it, but we'll let that go. Pink dogs. Hold it, and I've got root beer, and I'm going to drink it. It was hard finding. I actually got, I believe, this very bottle at Pensacola Roses across from the Drowsy Poet. 15th bottle of root beer today. Anyway, how's that? Quite getting. Oh, I keep forgetting. I can't quite see it because I've got this. Let me drag this down a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, what time is it? I've lost track of time. Oh, it's 7:46. Well, if I'm going to do something with, and what I may also do here is not always stay just to the hour. I may go longer, just because. That's why another reason I thought I'll go is back to 7. So it's consistent, as was mentioned. Um, I did show a bit of what I was doing to Amber and Angie and all, and they really, really liked it. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and. Well, what if I did well, let me do it this way. What if I did um, a dragon who would be king? Any fans of a man who would be king here? It's a sad story, but it's a great film and a great book. I'll just pencil these out and maybe come back on. As I say, you can draw them dragons any way you want. It does matter. Just know the anatomy of a lizard or alligator. That is extremely helpful. What's funny was it 3 weeks ago today? I bought a bunch of, or it wasn't today, it was 3 weeks ago, nevertheless. I bought a bunch of pens to do more of this, and I don't think I've done any finished. I've got to change that. I believe I'm going to attend the Daytona Beach Comic Con just as a attendee, but I'm thinking I might do something more than that. My friend Sarah Hardy told me about one that Volusia County's doing, and Elaine, if you're still with us, you should take note. Now this was no, it's a con. What the hell is it doing? It's some sort of art thing, but that's not who I'm trying to appeal to, and I won't. I'm not doing any art show thing, not without some help. I don't. I ain't doing it. But Tony Petrie may give me a hand involving the comic book side of it. We may team up on some spaces. But it's like yesterday. Even if I'm giving something away free, like I was at that event yesterday, I'm not gonna. I don't. You gotta be prepared to be drawn or know that I'm gonna be there, because I'm not gonna. Like, if someone wants a drawing from me, you just gotta ask. But I am kind of put my foot down about the caricature thing. You want a caricature, I've just got to charge. It's just too much. Even yesterday, it was all the work of getting out to my storage room, get my easel out, get my paper, my board. That was on Friday. I wasn't near it at the time. And in the end, I didn't draw. Because no one knew I was going to be there. And that was more my... we planned on me being there as a special guest, not for me to draw. And My dear friend Edna was so kind to help me because she was helping me with a problem I had, but it vanished in thin air on Saturday, I think. I'm going to put another bit of rock here, I think. I gotta make these quick. I'm doing this too. This is taking too long. Oh, and that's of course a tail. Match the legs. Make that leg a little smaller. Okay, so there's. Oh, I'm sorry, my arm's in the way. I apologize. Get my dang arm out of the way. I'll wait for it to get out of the way. There you go. Remember the focus issue. So I'll may come back and do something more with this here. If not, tomorrow. All right, so fairies. Oh, I got on board. Let me do a fairy. Oh, just give me a second to bing. Leave my mark. Something she might be doing. Pink dogs. What is everybody else up to today? What are y'all doing? What'd you get seeds for? You can go to a nature center and go get some seeds. In fact, during my knocking on doors, a fellow on Friday said, I need to get some pumpkin seeds and snack on them. So I got some pumpkin seeds yesterday from Aldi. You know, it's not going to work. Okay, that's a little tight too. To make that work. That makes sense. Don't they just grow wild? Hold on, where's the other? I have more. I have more this year. We're doing time wise. Maybe I will keep to the 8 o'clock. Put the word seeds on there. How about that? So the idea is these will be watercolor paintings that'll be available for sale at some point. Now, just because Melissa gave us the idea, of course, giving us the idea means that she has to pay 3 times or 5 times the price for the finished version. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I can't. I think I did something like this once and they turn into flowers. If I can get this light back here. Work out some of this a little better. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually ink this with a pen that I don't have handy here. Here we go. I want the Pop Smart, or whatever they call it. Marker pens that are brown. Oh, and I've got one of these for you, Melissa. Let me forget to give that to you on Tuesday. It's probably I'm not sure yet. I'm doing everything so early now. Probably be, and it's school as does school start tomorrow. There's Andrea Kaczynski. Hello, Andrea. I am going to go to that comic book con in December in Daytona Beach. I think Tony Petrie is going to join me. Tony and his wife and some amount of his children. I have stuff for you, but I don't think any of it's handy. Though I'll probably be going to Brevard County here in the next. Maybe I'll get there before the Comic Con. Now, I'm supposed to be going to a national meeting in the end of September, but apparently there's some kind of screw up. I'm not clear if I'm still going there or not. What time is? How about Orange County? Melissa, you're the one in Orange County. Uh, Actually, at my work I've been doing, I've actually been trying to beat the clock because it is so hard to do the work I'm doing. when school's on, especially when stupid parents haven't learned how to carpool yet. They're flooding the streets. And the narcissistic morons shouldn't have children. Don't you don't need to not every single car. You don't need 1,000 cars going out per school. It's ridiculous. Should not be a line of cars picking and dropping off children. Plus, they should be homeschooling anyway. Yes, what? Yes, it starts tomorrow or it starts next week. Oh, so Volusia starts tomorrow. Seminole starts tomorrow, and you're saying Orange does? What's OCPS? Occupational calculating police sirens. You know, I think I did this and I did it the other way. I did it like this. That makes more sense. I'll do it both ways. I don't care. But both of course, I can't find board. It's hard to do. The board, I didn't bring enough board. You know, I could just do a large version of that too. Most Yeah, Amber's children don't go to school till after Labor Day in North Carolina. Well, I'll definitely try. Let's go for 1 o'clock on Tuesday at Gabriel's. I think that works. And then after school lets out and dumb parents get their children home, I wish they get back to carpooling. Carpooling. At least the high schools aren't as bad because a lot of the children, but a lot of them are driving. My high school got that, and Melissa's high school got rebuilt. We had zero extra class space, but they did expand the parking by 3 times. And Caleb's driving, right? He's driving. He's driving. Is he driving a cement truck or something? Elaine Jinx 123. What's that? I'm sorry. What does that mean? Yes, Melissa, I am. Let's say my schedule has changed and I'm much more open time wise to do gigs. And maybe even more so if you get them going. Something's really altered here, which I won't completely bring up here, but something big has happened. Um, yes, things are definitely open for that. Yeah. And then the flowers. The seeds here. Actually, Melissa, maybe give me, no, I mean, Andrea, maybe give me a call and I'll fill you in what's happening so you have a better idea of how to think about this. Yeah, that works a lot better, I think. Oh, I gave her, there, just gave her fairy wings. Well, yeah, never mind. Don't worry about it. All right, so there's that. I was thinking one other thing I should do. Quick. Oops, no, it's got stuff on it. That's okay. Make it work because it kind of works. Do something like a gnome-like character. I've been meaning to keep forgetting. It just occurred to me. So sometime this week, I come back on here and well, it's something I wanted. I've been thinking about this as I've been going to different doors, and I'll see some elfin type things. I think I need to do one of those. And I keep forgetting. So here I've done one. Hopefully that'll remind me to do more here down the road. And the idea is to do these to completion here using the live video. So all right, so I've got that and this and this and that and this. And then this, and we'll try to fly away here. That. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to post all these. The number of these that I post, I need to post here, but I may also post over at Miss Artistic Whimsy too. I forgot to post the last ones, and I'll I'm gonna try to get to more regularly posting there because I need to get more. So if you get to Facebook, go to Artistic Whimsy, and if you have a chance to click thumbs up, I appreciate that too. Actually, I need to do that myself because I'll forget once I see my. Here we go. Bing. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the plug. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Andrea. I think the gnome is my favorite. Oh, really? Zoom, zoom, zoom. All right. Thank you very much. I'll see y'all later, and you have fun. And I'm not sure when I'm coming back. I'm still working on some scheduling things. I like to actually work on some stuff because of Tuesday's meeting, which I may post about that too, beyond just a little video that shows up here. Artistic Whimsy will probably have some post about that and whatever I get done there, and then whatever happens this week, and then hopefully be back next Sunday right here, 7 p.m. Thank you very much for watching. You all have a good night. Good night. Good night.